what is the concept of relation, how they are used. Today we will be starting about the concept of relation. First, let us start with the master detail relationship. Let us start with the first concept, master detail relationship. If you want two objects to be connected, if you want two objects to be connected, and you want to establish a relation between the objects, we go for a relation. Now, master detail is the first topic what I'm going to discuss. Let us see this. Listen carefully, it's very important. I have two objects here. Customer ID, I have customer ID. Every record will have one owner. He is the concerned person responsible for maintaining this. Every record will have one owner. He is the concerned person responsible for maintaining the record. Now, let us say Capital Info Solution. From Wipro company, I got a business. Who is the concerned person who is dealing with this business? Now, Wipro company made a call and told Satish, we are looking for 2 Salesforce developers. Now, there is some employee from my company who is looking after this requirement. If Wipro company is giving a requirement from my company, I am assigning somebody, boss, you are responsible for fulfilling the requirement of Wipro. You talk to them, understand the requirement, and give the corresponding service. Who is the concerned person? He is called owner of the record. He is the person who is dealing with that record. Are you getting my point? Now, when you are joining the course, somebody from the company, you are going to have a point of contact. When you are coming and joining, you are taking a counseling from certain person. Whenever you have issue, you will always go and talk to him. Right? Why? Because he is the point of contact. From my company, he is the guy who is dealing with your requirements. So every record will have one owner. He is the employee of my company who is taking care about that requirement. Why I am creating a record? It is a business for me. Now, why I am creating you want to purchase a car. You made a call to me. Then I am going to say, Satish want to purchase Skoda car, okay, of so and so model, worth is 27 lakhs. Now, who is going to follow up this requirement? When you made a call to me, you inquired from my company, I am going to assign this job to somebody. Okay, Satish made an inquiry. You keep on following up with the Satish, convince him to purchase a car. Who is that person? He is the employee of my company to whom I hand over this responsibility to talk to you, convince you to purchase this vehicle. Are you getting? You are applying for a loan. Otherwise, an interview is scheduled in the company. Now, there is someone, employee from the company, who is going to constantly follow up. Boss, your interview is scheduled at 11 o'clock. Next day, boss, are you coming for an interview? Then when you go to the company, he will receive you. He will say to which room. Then he is going to make a call, give a feedback. You are done with the first round. Okay, second round will be tomorrow. Why that person is making? Because he is an employee of the Accenture company who is assigned a responsibility of taking care about your interview process. Now, who is that guy called? He is the owner of the record. Okay, senior developer Satish with 3 years of experience with so and so package. Okay, he was called for interview. Satish, you are responsible. You are owner of this interview record. So the Satish data will be there in the database as a record. For this record, who is the owner? Satish. Now, this Satish is the owner of the record. Are you getting my point? So every record will have one owner. Who is that owner? Concerned person responsible to handle the business associated with that record. Is the person who is responsible to maintain the business associated with that record. I hope you are good. Every record will have one owner. I hope you are good. Followed everyone? Every record will have one owner. He is the corresponding person responsible for maintaining that record. I hope you are good. Good with that? Okay. Now let us take the next one. When you are going with this, look at this. Customer, there is a owner. If I create a record, who is the owner of this customer? This. So from my company, Satish is the responsible person to deal with this customer. Now when you go to loan, who is this? So every record we create, there will be owner, because I logged in, my name is shown like a owner. Whatever I create, I am becoming a owner of the record to handle it. Right? So every object has a field called owner. The owner is an employee of my company. If it is an ICICI bank, he is an employee of ICICI bank who is responsible for processing that application or processing that loan or processing with the service request. Customer made a call. He told there is an issue with that. Then Satish is assigned. Satish, look into this issue. I am the owner who is responsible for closing the problem with this customer. So every record will have owner. I hope you are good with this. Clear? Right. Now, customer. Then we have load. Or else I will go to payment. Payment ID. Mode of payment. Now look at this. Now we are splitting the data into two tables. One table contains customer data. Another table contains the payments what he has made. Now we have a data type called text, number, percentage, formula, okay, currency. Similarly, we have a data type called master detail. Master detail is a data type like your text, number, currency, percent, like that. We also have a data type called master detail. Now, this master detail data type is used to create a relation between two tables. Master detail data type is used to create a relation between two tables. Now, when do you create? How do you create? Is the question mark. Master detail is used to create one-to-many relation. What type of relation is this? One-to-many. Okay, one record in one table has many records in another table. One record in one table has many associated records. Let us say student, semester. One student has multiple semester. Student, subjects. One student has multiple subjects and marks. Right. Now customer, loan. One customer can have multiple loans. Credit card, payment. One credit card is there, but payments are many. Are you getting? In the credit card object, name of the customer, credit card number, expiry date, and issue date, and CVV number. In the payment object, on this credit card, payment 1, payment 2, payment 3, payment 4. Are you getting my point? So the master detail relation is basically used for what? Master detail relation is basically used for what? Creating one-to-many relation. It is used to create one-to-many relation. Master detail is a data type. Primary point. Master detail is a data type which is used to create a relation between two tables. It is a data type. It is a data type of a field which is used to create a relation between two tables. Now the first question is, master detail field can be created on which object? Because it's a data type, can I create this field everywhere? Because it's a data type, can I create this field everywhere? No, boss. Master detail field can be created only on custom object. Now, I cannot create a field whose data type is master detail in standard object. Master detail field can be created only on custom object. I can create a field with a data type master detail only on custom object. Okay. Second point. If that object already contains the data, if object already contains the records, I cannot create this field. Master detail field can be created only on the object which does not contain any data. Data means records. Now, if object already contains the data in it, if the object already contains the data in it, I cannot create a master detail field. Master detail field can be created only on the object which does not contain any records in it. Master detail field can be created only on the object which does not contain any data. If the object already contains records, we will not be able to create master detail field. So finally, what is the conclusion? Master detail field can be created only on the object, only on custom object which does not have any data. Now look at this. Now payment is there. If I go to payment, are there any records? No records are there. It can have fields, but there are no records. We can have a table with the fields, but no records. But when I go to load, see here already we have some records. Can I create a master detail on this? You will not be. So if you want to create a master detail, it has to be a custom object and there should not be any records in it. Then only we can create master detail field. I hope you are good. Right, boss? Now, what is the purpose of this field? It is used to create one-to-many relationship. Okay. Next one. Now, when you are creating a master detail, if I create a text field, now what is the data type of this? Pick list. So I have some options. What is the data type of this field? Currency. I am going to enter some numerical value. This is a date. I am going to enter date value. When you say master detail, in that field, what data can be stored? If it is a date field, I can store the date value. If it is a currency field, I can store a currency value. If it is a number field, I can store a number. When it is a master detail field, what type of value will be stored in the field? When you are creating a field, obviously we are supposed to store some data. When you are creating a field, obviously we are supposed to store some data. We are supposed to store some data. What type of data is stored in this field? What type of data is stored in this field? There is a question mark here. When it is a master detail field, what type of data is stored in this field? When it is a master detail field, what type of data is stored in this field? Is the question mark here. Now, master detail field will store ID of the parent record. Now, when I say one-to-many, one is parent, many is child. Now, the master detail field will store ID of the parent record. Every record will have 15 character ID or it's 18 character if you add 3. Every record will have that 15 character or 18 character ID. Right? Now, master detail field will store ID of the parent record. Right? So, where is this field created? On the master object or a child object? When you have one-to-many, child will tell you are my parent. Parent will not tell you are my child. Are you creating? Whenever you create a relation, one-to-many relation, child will tell you are my parent. Child has a choice to choose his parent. So where should I create this master detail field? On the child object. Where should I create this master detail field? On the child object. Let us take an example. We have customer loan. Customer loan. One customer has many loans. Now where will I create a master detail? Customer object or loan object? Loan object. I have credit card, payment. One credit card will have many payments. Where will I create this? In the payment object. One student can take multiple courses. Where will I create master detail? Course. Because the child will choose who is my parent. So, if the child has to choose who is my parent, master detail should be always created in many side. When you want to create one-to-many, on the many side of the relation, we have to create master detail. Now, child, when you select a particular object, child, when you select a particular record as a parent, that record ID will be there in the master detail field. What is there in the field? ID of the parent record. ID of the parent record. ID of the parent record. Are you clear about this? Right. So master detail field will store 18 character ID of the master record in the field. Okay. Now, is this field is a mandatory field or an optional field? It is a mandatory. Every child should choose particular parent. Every child should choose a parent. How many parents can choose? One parent. One master detail field will allow you to choose only one parent. Every child should have a parent. Every child should have a parent. Every child should have a parent. It is a mandatory field. Without parent, child cannot exist. Without parent, child cannot exist. So every child record should have a parent in the master detail field. Can I leave that master detail field as a blank? I cannot give that master detail field as a blank. I was supposed to choose a master in the master detail field. It is a mandatory field. I hope you are good. Okay. Let me first finish these points what I discussed. Then we go to the next points. Can you people mute your mics? Is this Madhusudan? Mute your mic. All of you mute your mics, boss. Every day we cannot repeat the same. Master detail. It is a data type of a field. It is used to create one-to-many relation. It is a data type of a field. It is used to create one-to-many relation between the fields, between the objects. Master detail field only on those custom objects on which in which there are no records. Master detail field can be created only on those custom objects in which there are no records. Master detail field is a required field. Master detail field is a required field. This field will store 18 character ID of object on which we have created master detail field. Object in which we have created a master detail field. That object is child object or detail object. Object whose data we are referring in the master detail relation. That object is called object whose data we are referring in the master detail relation. That object is called master object or a parent object. Object whose data we are referring in the master detail relation. That object is called master object or a parent object. The object is called master object or a parent object. The object is called master object or a parent object. Okay. Now let us go. Okay. Let us go to the next one. Let us go to the next one. Look at this. Now I am creating a field here. Can I create a field in this? This object doesn't have any data. It is a custom object and there is no data. Where it is a custom object and there is no data. Where it is a custom object and there is no data. When there is a custom object and when there is no data. There is a custom object and there is no data. Can I create the relation? Where it is a custom object and there is no data. Can I create a relation? Yes. I will be able to create a relation here. So I can create a master detail relation. I can create a master detail relation on this object. So here I am creating customer. Whose data type is? I created a customer field whose data type is master detail. Now try to understand this point. Now which is a master object, which is a child object? Which is a master object, which is a detail object? Now this is a customer, that is payment. And this is payment object. Who is a master object, who is a detail object? Customer is a master object. Payment is a detail object. Master detail. So payment is a detail, customer is a master. Now we created. Now we are storing the data. When you store the data, mode of payment, $10,000. Choose any one of the customer. When I choose a CAD 001, actually what is there in that? While displaying it is displaying CAD 001, but actually what is stored internally? ID. But if I show ID, you will not follow. There is a reason. Salesforce is displaying which field? Name field. But actually what is there in that field? ID of the record. While it is displaying a name field, but actually what is there? ID of the record is there. Actually what is there? ID of the record. Boss, when you are displaying, it will show ID of the record. When you show, it will show name of the name field of the record. But internally what is there? It is the ID of the record. While displaying, it will display name field. Customer ID, it is a name field. Auto number. Every object has one name field, which I have defined as auto number. That name field is displayed. But internally, what is displayed? Internally, what is stored? It is going to store 18 character ID. While displaying to you, it will display name field. Can I show any other field? No. Can I show any other field? No. Only name field will be displayed in the master detail field. Internally, 18 character ID will be displayed. If you have ID of the record, using that ID, I can get remaining data of the record. If you know ID of the record, I can get the remaining values of the record. Are you getting? In the master detail field, ID of the record is stored. While displaying it, it will display name. So using that ID, I can fetch the master record data and use it. I hope you are good. Followed? Followed, boss? Sure. Sure. Right? Chalo. Now we are going with this. Now you should ask me one question here. Boss, I told every record will have a owner. I told every record will have owner, but why are not showing owner here? I told every record will have owner. If you look at this record has a owner called Shah. This record has a owner called Ram. But I am not mentioning any owner here, right? Why I was not mentioning? Boss, once you create master detail field on an object, that object will not have owner. Once I create master detail field on a object, that object will not have any owner. Whoever is the owner of master record, he will be the owner of detail records. When you create master detail field on an object, that object will not have any owner. Whoever is the owner of the master record, he will become the owner of the corresponding child records. I hope you are clear. Right. Let me mention this point first. When we create master detail field on an object, then this object will not have any owner field. Whoever is the owner of master object, master record, whoever is the owner of the master record, he will be the owner of the child record. Whoever is the owner of the master record, he will be the owner of the child record. So when I create a master detail field, that object will not have any owner. Whoever is the owner of the master record, he is the owner of the child record. Let me revise all the points one more time. Now, can I create a master detail field on standard object? We will not be able to create. Can I create a master detail field on custom object? Yes. Can I create a master detail on the object which already has a data? No. Can I create a master detail on the object which does not contain the data? Yes. Now, master detail is a required field or an optional field? It is a required field. What do you mean by required? Child cannot be created without entering the value of this field. What will be stored in this field? ID of master record. Whichever the record you are choosing as a master, the record ID. What is that ID? 18 character ID. What is that 18 character ID? Every record we create in the Salesforce will have 18 character unique ID. It is unique not in the organization, in the entire Salesforce. It is not unique for your database. It is unique for entire Salesforce. Okay. 18 character ID is there, that ID will be stored. Now, if I create a master detail field, where should I create a master detail field? In one-to-many relation. You have created a master detail, so it has become a chain. You have created a master detail, that is the reason it has become a chain. Right. Now, on what basis you are saying it's a chain? On what basis you are saying it's a chain? When you want to establish one-to-many, on the many side, I am going to create master detail. Okay. Next up. Now, object in which we have created a master detail field, that object is called child object. Object whose data is referred by master detail, that is a master object. Now, if I create a master detail field, it will not have any owner. Whoever is the owner of the master record, he is the owner of the child record. I hope you are good. Okay. Now, let us come back to the next point here. So, if you look at this, who is the master? Master record and child record. Now, who is the owner of these two records? We have this. Who is the owner of these two records? Now look at this. I told you one point called is deleted. Do you remember that point? What was that is deleted? When you delete the record, record is still in the table only. For how long? 15 days. Because when you create a record, 18 character ID will be there. When you create a record, 18 character ID is there. Now when you undelete the record, same ID should be repeated. Are you getting my point? When you delete the record, when I undelete, the same ID should continue. So that is the reason they are not removing the record from the database permanently. They are holding for 15 days. They are holding for 15 days. Because because once you delete, permanently if they delete the record, again if they recreate the record, ID will be different. If you delete the record and I recreate the same record, ID will be different. But in our case, ID is the primary key for us. That is the reason when you delete the record, record is not deleted permanently because ID should be maintained still. So in the next 15 days, if you feel the record is required, I can undelete so that the record will have same ID. Right? This is the core concept of maintaining the data in the table even after deletion. Even after you deleted the record, still the record is in the table for 15 days for this purpose. During these 15 days, you want to identify whether the record is a deleted record or not deleted record. On what basis you are identifying? On the basis of is deleted. When you delete the record, is deleted equal to true, not deleted, is deleted equal to false. When it is false, I will use in logic. When it is true, don't use in the logic. As simple as that. But both the records are in same table. Records are still in the table. I will use only those records whose is deleted is false. Because is deleted equal to true means they are deleted. They will not be used in the logics. I hope you got my point. I hope you are good with this. Good? Got the point? Now why did you get into this point now? Look at this. I am deleting this particular record, boss. I want to delete a record. From the child object, I am deleting a record. When you delete a record, what happened? When you delete a record, it is set as is deleted equal to true, and the deleted record will be displayed in recyclable. They will be displayed in recyclable. Right. When you delete any child record, the value of is deleted is kept as true. If the record value is true, they will be displayed in the recycle bin. Which records will be displayed in the recycle bin? Only those records whose is deleted equal to true. Why they are displaying recycle bin? Because if they are false, they will be displayed in your application. If they are true, they will be displayed in recycle bin. To tell you, this record is a deleted record. So when you delete, the value of this field is kept as true, and the record will be displayed in the recycle bin. Okay. Now look at this. If I delete a master record, what happened? Corresponding child records are also. If you delete a master record, corresponding child records are also deleted. They are also deleted. So what happened here? True. When you delete a master record, corresponding child records are also deleted, but in the recycle bin, only master record will be displayed. Only master record is displayed. Why only master record is displayed? Look at this. If I display I may attempt to undelete P001. I may attempt to undelete P001. Why P001 is deleted? Because there is no master. If your master is deleted, child cannot exist. Child cannot be there in the database without parent. Now you are deleted because you don't have a parent. Now if I display them in the recycle bin, you may attempt to undelete 001, but it says you don't have any master. Are you getting my point? So there is no use in undeleting these records when there is no master. That is the reason When you delete a master record, child records are deleted and the child records will be deleted and only master record will be displayed in the recycle bin. When I undelete this, automatically these two records are also undeleted. I hope you are good with this. Whenever we delete a master record, corresponding child records are also deleted. Corresponding child records are also deleted, but the only master record will be displayed in the recycle bin. I hope you are good with this. Everyone has followed. Okay. Let me put them in the critical notes. When we delete master record, you delete master record, corresponding child records also. Only deleted master record only deleted master record will be displayed in recycle bin. When we undelete the master record, corresponding child records when you undelete the master record, corresponding child records are also undeleted. I hope you are good with this. Next, how many master detail fields we can create? Listen to this point carefully. We can, okay. An object can be a master to any number of objects. An object can be a master to any number of objects. We give you this. Get the point? An object can be a master to a number. Now, where do you create a relation in the first one? On B, we are creating a master detail field, choosing A as a master. Here on B, we are creating a master detail field, choosing A as a master. On C, we are creating a master detail field, choosing A as a master. Here on D, we are creating a master detail field, choosing A as a master. So what does it mean? One object can be a parent to n number of objects. Number of people can choose me as a master. Number of objects can choose me as a master. Is it accepted? Yes. Accepted? Yes. An object can be a master to any number of objects. Next point. On an object, we can create only two master detail fields. On an object, we can create only two master detail fields. On an object, we can create only two master detail fields. So look at this. On a B, how many master detail fields are created? On B, on X, how many masters are created? Only one. Is it accepted? Yes. On X, how many masters are created? One field to A, one field to B. On X, one to A, one to B, one to C. Maximum you can create. On an object, maximum we can create only 2 master detail fields. Child object can be a parent to any number of child number of object can be a parent to any other object up to 3 levels. Child object can be a parent to any other object up to 3 levels. Up to 3 levels. First, let me do it. This is what we have created. Now, this is a structure what I have created. First one, A, on B we have a parent A. Accepted? Yes. Then we have, so C is a parent, okay, B is a parent to A and A is a parent to B. So, child object, B is a child of A, child object is a parent to C. Accepted? Yes. How many levels? 1, 2. Then A to B, B to C, C to D. How many levels? 3 levels. Not that. Not accepted. Why? Why? A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E. Up to 3 levels only. This is 4 levels. Then we have, right, if an object has 2 parents on it, it cannot be a, if an object has 2 parents on it, it cannot be a parent to, if an object has 2 parents on it, it cannot be a parent to any other object. If an object has 2 parents on it, it cannot be a parent to any other object. If an object has 2 parents on it, it cannot be a parent to any other object. Try to get this diagram. Now, first one is accepted, right? D is a child of A, B is a parent of C. Accepted? Yes. Then what is the next one we have? A, B. Now, C has two parents. Accepted? Now, A to B, C, D. So, on C we have A and B as a parent. On C, we have A and B as a parent. On C, we have A and B as a parent. On C, we have A and B as a parent. A and B as a parent. Then we have C is a parent to D. Accepted? Object which has two parents on it. Object which has two parents on it cannot be A. Object which has two parents on it cannot be a parent to any other object. Object which has two parents on it cannot be a parent to any other object. I hope you are good. I hope you are good with this. So this is relation. What is the maximum relation what we can create? Maximum structure what we can form using master detail. Maximum structure what we can form using master detail relation is this is structure. So A to B, B to C, C to D, X to Y, Y to Z, Z to D. How many levels? 1, 2, 3. On an object, how many levels we can have? 2. On D, we have a C and Z as parent. So maximum, this is the structure what we can form. Look at all the rules. On an object, child object can be a parent to any other object up to how many levels? 3 levels. If you look at the structure, only 3 levels we have. On an object, how many parents we can have? On an object, we can have 2 parents. So on D, what we have? C and Z as parents. On C, we have, on D, we have C and Z as parents. I hope you are good with this. I hope all the points are clear. Right, boss? Okay. Next. Okay. Look at the next point. Listen carefully. Listen carefully, everyone. Setup. Create objects. Please do not create anything and make an account. Do not work on this account. I'll simply deactivate you from the system. You will not be able to access the nodes. So when I take the class, I have some assumption that these objects are there, these fields are there. Again, if I start creating everything from beginning, your time will be wasted. Right. So do not create anything on this. Now look at the point, payment. We have payment object. Go to the payment. What is that? Why I am creating on the payment? Payment is a custom object, and in one-to-many relation between customer and payment, customer is one, going to make n number of payments. So on the payment object, I am trying to create master data. What was the relation here? Choose my master related to Who is my master? Customer. Customer is my master. Next. Right. Before I clarify this point, look at this. I am choosing customer as a master. Do you have owner field here? Right? Okay. Before creating a master detail, there is a owner field. Okay. Now create the field name master. Now there is a sharing setting. We'll discuss this point. There are 2 points here. Sharing setting. Okay. We'll discuss this point. Then I created a field. I simply said next. I didn't touch any properties. Enter the field name next. 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 I just chosen the object, gave the field name next, next, and save. Go to the payment object. New. Do you have any owner field now? Now this is what required. When I click on this, customer records are coming. When I click on this, what record is coming here? Customer. There is only one record, so one record is coming. If you have multiple number of records, multiple number of records will come. So I can choose this. So this has become child of this customer 001. This payment is a child of customer 001. Are you getting my point? So what is that? In the general way, I have created a field. The way we create a regular field, in the same way I have created this field. The moment I created this, there is no owner field. Okay. Now you go to customer. It is a customer record. If you scroll down, these are what? Related list. I told for this customer activities, for this customer history, for this customer payment. This customer has a child of this payment. For the customer, this is the child payment. Now what is this called? Related list. Now this page is called as what? Is it an edit page or detail page? It is what? Detail page. On the detail page of a parent, on the detail page of a master, we can see the corresponding related child records. On the detail page of a master, I can see the corresponding related child records. I hope you are good. Every record will have edit page, detail page, home page. Every object will have home page, edit page, and detail page. On the detail page of a master, I can see the corresponding child records. I hope you are good. Okay. Now what is our rule? If you delete a master, child records are deleted. Go to payment. Just now I created one payment, but it's not visible. When you go to recycle bin, you're finding this here, right? Now are there any child records displayed here? No. When you undelete this, corresponding payment record is fetched. I hope you are good. Clear? When you delete the parent, corresponding childs are deleted. When you undelete the parent, corresponding childs are undeleted. Once I create a master detail field, owner field is lost. Okay. Now, in the payment object, already there is a data now, right? Let me create one more master detail. In the payment object is a custom, but already there is some record in the payment object. I am trying to create one master detail field. Master detail field. Next. Cannot create a master detail. Why? If the object already contains a master, okay, contains the data, you will not be able to create a master detail. Okay. So let me try to create master detail on standard object. Build customers. On account, I am trying to create a master detail. New. Look at this. Do you have any data type called master detail? No. So you cannot create a master detail on standard objects. You can only create on custom object. And a custom object also should not contain any data. I hope you are good with this. Right? Once I create no owner field, once I delete a parent, childs are deleted. I cannot create a master detail on the object which already contains the data. I cannot create a master detail on standard objects. Right, boss? Everyone is good? Okay. Now, let me give.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yes.
Usually in declarative development, we'll develop the applications using already existing objects, right, sir? So in
Not
that
necessary.
situation,
Not necessary. Declarative means
oh,
you are creating without writing a program. Doesn't mean that you are creating with a existing objects.
yeah.
Now, listen to the format, boss. Listen to the format. Everyone here. Declarative means without writing a program you are doing. Without writing program only I create an object. Without writing a program only I create a field. Without writing a program only I create a validation. They are called declarative. Declarative doesn't mean working with only standard objects and standard field. Declarative means without writing a program, whatever is possible is a declarative. Right? Now let us go to the next one. We had a concept called sharing settings. At the time of creating a master detail field, we had a concept called sharing settings. Was it sharing? Now look at this. First, let us try to understand. We have a parent record, customer ID. CID 001, Sham. It is a parent record, it's a child. Okay. Now in my organization, I have couple of users. No. Now look at the format, everyone. In the organization, there are 4 users. These 4 users, Sham and Ram, are allowed to perform read on parent record. We have master record and we have child record. Now, Sham and Ram has what? Read permission on master record. Divya has read and write permission on master record. Wilson don't have the permission on master record. Now the question is, in the company, who is allowed to see the child records for a master? If you have a master, who can see the child records of this? Who can create a child record for a master? Who can edit or delete? Now the question is, which users in the company can perform, create, edit, delete records for a master? For a master record, who can create a child, who can delete a child, who can edit a child records? For a master record, who can create, edit or delete child records? Now who is the master? CID01. For this master record, who can create a child records? Who can modify the child records? Who can delete the child records? This is the question. Now that is defined by sharing settings. Who will decide that? Sharing settings. Now the point you need to understand, we are not discussing about the permissions. We are discussing who is going to get this permission. Permissions are same. What permissions? Create, edit, delete. But the question is, who will get this permission? We are not discussing are you going to get a create or edit or delete. You will get all the three. You will get all the three. But who will get? Question is, anybody getting the permission, he will get all the three permissions. What are they? Create, edit, delete. Now the question is, who is going to get? I am not discussing about the permission. I am discussing about who is going to get the permission. Are you clear? Our question is not which permission. Our question is who is going to get the permission. That is decided by this option. There are two permissions. What was this? If I choose the first permission, read and write. Every user in the organization who has read and write permission on the master record, if you have read and write permission on the master record, then you can create, edit, delete corresponding child records. So if I select this option, who will get the access? Divya will get. If I select this, only Divya will get create, edit, delete. If I choose this option, what will happen? Either I have to choose above first one or second one. First one, if I choose, only Divya is allowed to perform create, edit, delete on payment object of customer. If I choose the second option, any user in the organization who has a read permission on the master, they will get a create, edit, delete on child record. If I choose the second option, who has a read? Sham, Ram, Divya. So who will get the permission? Sham, Ram, Divya will get. Sham, Ram, Divya will get the permission of create, edit and delete. I hope you are good. So here the question is what? Question is what? Who is going to get the permission? If I choose the first option, I can choose either this or this, boss. Both I cannot choose. I was supposed to choose either this I have to choose or I have to choose this. If I choose this, people who have read and write on the master will get the permission on child. If I choose this, people who have read permission on minimum read on master will get access on child. Did you get my point? Clear? So what is this concept called? This will specify which user in the organization allowed to create, edit, this will specify which user in the organization is allowed to create, edit and delete the records. There are two options. What are the two options we have? Any one option I have to choose. Read only or read. If I choose a read only, all the users with at least read access to the master will be able to perform create, edit or delete operation on the corresponding chain. If I choose the second option, all the users who have at least read and write permission on the master will be able to perform create, edit, delete on the corresponding child records. This is sharing settings. Then we have allow reparenting. What is this allow reparenting? Right, boss. Already the same points I gave in hard copy. I'm also typing. What else Bhagavad Gita you are writing, boss? Listen. People are very happy. All JNT only, right? All JNT students are happy to fill the books. Now, what was this allow reparenting? Yeah, yes. What is allow reparenting, boss? Now the point is, I have chosen CAD001, C001 as a parent, created a child. Later on, my child want to change the parent. I created a child by choosing someone as a parent. Later on, I want to change my parent. Is it allowed or not? Are you allowed to change your parent after creating or not? I have created a child choosing X as a parent. Later on, child want to change its parent from X to Y. So can a child change its parent or not is the question. Go back. So look at this. Payment. What was this? It is a logged. I was not allowed to change. But if you want to change, there is an option. What was the option? Allow. If I enable this, you will be allowed to change. Right? Allow reparenting. So what was the point here? If we enable this option, child can change its parent after right. Next, lookup filter. Last point for this discussion, lookup filter. What is this lookup filter? Look at this, everyone. Now I'm getting a couple of customers here. Again, I repeat, do not modify the things on my account. Do not modify the things on my account. Now we got 3 records here. Now how many records are there? 3 records are here. Now when I go to payment, click on new. When I'm choosing a customer, how many records are coming? All the 3 customers are coming. Now I don't want to show all the 3 customers. I want to show only Hyderabad customers. I don't want to show all the customers. I want to show only Hyderabad customers. Okay. Then what I was supposed to do? Go to the in the master detail relation. At the time of creating a master detail relation, we had an option. What is this? Lookup filter. Here you specify which records of parent should be displayed in the master detail. So I gave customer city equals value. Customer city equals value. So show only those customer records whose city is value. Go to new. How many records are coming? Actually, previously 3 records are there, but now we are getting only 2. So which records of the master should be displayed in the master detail lookup window, that is given by lookup filter. It will specify which records of the customer should be displayed on the master detail relation. So lookup filter. What was that? It should be displayed master detail relation. Control using right boss. Okay, let us go to the next one. When you're going to this, we're getting an option here. When you go to the relation, which field is getting displayed here? Only customer ID. While looking at this ID, I cannot identify the customer. So what I want some other fields to be displayed. If you remember yesterday, we have seen about search layout, right? So go to the object, right? Go to the object. Now if you go scroll down, what you are finding here? Search layout. In the search layout we have lookup. Now they're saying, if we use this object as a master or a parent, in the pop-up window, which field should be displayed? First name, last name, type. If we use this object as a master or a parent, which fields of this object should be displayed in the pop-up window? Right? So when you are using this object as a master, if you are using this object as a master, which fields of this object should be displayed in the pop-up window? That is controlled by search layout. I hope you are good. Clear? So, on the master object, we can specify which fields should be displayed. The lookup pop-up window. When user clicks on pop-up window. Setup, build, customize, object. You are disturbing yourself and disturbing the class, right? Customize, create object, choose the master object, go to search layouts, then lookup, choose the fix. This is if you want to specify which fields of the master should be displayed on the pop-up window. If you want to specify which fields of the master should be displayed in the pop-up window, we'll go with the search layout. I hope you are good with this one. Clear? Okay. Let me revise all these points. Right. We have just started with master detail. Master detail is a data type which is used to create one-to-many relation. This field can be created only on custom object. Then this field can be created only on the object which does not contain the data. Object, when it is creating one-to-many, on the many side we are supposed to create this field. This field will contain 18 character ID of the master record. This is a required field. Once I create a master detail field, that object will not have any owner. Whoever is the owner of the master record, he will be the owner of corresponding child record. If you delete a master record, child records are also deleted. If you undelete the master, childs are also undeleted. At max, we can create 2 master detail fields. An object can be a master to any number of objects. Now, a child object can be a master to any other object up to 3 levels. If an object has 2 masters on it, it cannot be a master to any other object. Maximum structure I have created. Who can work with the child record? Sharing setting. Can I modify the parent? Allow reparenting. Which records of the parent should be displayed? Lookup filter. Which fields of the master should be displayed on the pop-up? Search layout. Right? Then last fifth point. Which of the following combinations are allowed? Standard object master, detail objects. Can a standard object be a detail? Detail means what? On that object we have to create a master detail. Is it accepted? Detail object means on that object we have created a master detail field. Can I create a master detail field on standard object? Can I create a master detail field on standard object? No. Is this combination is allowed? Not allowed. Standard object. Custom object is a child. Standard object is a parent. Yes. Standard object can never be a child in master detail. This is a certification question. In app builder certification, they'll be asking which of the following statements are true or which of the following statements are false. Now, standard object is always, standard object can be always a parent only. It cannot be a child. Custom object can be a parent or a child as per your requirement. I hope you are good. Right. So that's all from my end for the day. We'll continue tomorrow.